What is up, YouTube? I am here with ninchmovies, Aiden. We are going to basically be talking about my top 10. I wrote it down and he's just going to basically just tell me off random and why I like the film and why I put it on the list and everything like that. And yeah, and it'll be interesting. Also, go out and check Ninja Movies because the other part of this video will be connected to that. So let's get straight into it.
Alright, so I'm going to hit you with The Mummy 1932.
Well, I love that film because it was the first Universal Monsters movie I watched and the first Boris Karloff movie I actually enjoyed and I watched. And it's just a classic. You should go check it out. It basically made what a today classic is about, the suspense, and it's not all about the killing and all that kind of stuff, and it's really good to check out if you haven't seen it.
Oh. Alright, Halloween. What are we talking, original?
Yeah, original one. I just put this on there because I think it really popularized the slasher scene.
Yeah, super low budget.
Yeah, and it's all set in basically one night, and that's what I like about it. It's easy, and it's still a classic, and you can watch it anytime, and it's just a really good Halloween movie to watch, and yeah, pretty good movie.
Alright, I was looking up there because Bring Me In on the Man, I want Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. So this is my number one movie. I haven't run into a movie that comes close to it. I just love the whole movie, and I just love the twist. I love the acting and how simple, but how it turned into the zombie scene so quickly, and it just started it all. And that was one of the first movies that I watched, and I felt like I could make it.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah,
it's
sure.
not like super make-up-y and all that kind of stuff, and it's just awesome.
Age as well, yeah. Do you still have the classic DVD?
Yeah, it's up there. I've always had it.
The OG, that goes back like 10 years.
I think that was like in my top 5 ever owned.
Alright, Frankenstein.
This is it is lower than Mummy. It's just it's a movie that's been done over and over again, a lot like Dracula, but with Frankenstein, it's awesome. I just love it. It's a pretty grotesque story, and it's just so weird that in 1932, I think it is, they actually be able to make that film.
That's what I was going to quiz you on. I was going to see if you knew the year.
And yeah, it's just a fantastic film, and if you are willing to binge watch or just watch any of the other ones, go check it out. Some of them are hit and miss, but there are some good gems in there.
Feel a sneeze coming on, but we're halfway through. I want you to give me Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, before it was big. But yeah, this is a movie that really played on just my mental state when I first watched it. When I watched it, I was genuinely afraid to go to sleep because I was like, if he's real, I'm fucked. And it's just so cool how much they could do with the film because it was done in like a dream sequence kind of thing. And
yeah,
it's by far one of my favorite psychedelic thriller slasher movies.
Fuck yeah. Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Yeah, so originally I liked number 3.
Yeah. The
Just
3D.
yeah. And because it introduced the mask as well in the film, and I really liked that. But I recently watched the final chapter, and it's just a really good movie to end the series with, even though there was kept on going. But it's a good movie. If you own the first 4, then
you can end it really.
Yeah, and like it just ends off really nicely, and it's just done in a way that it's more high quality than the previous movies, and I just really like the way it feels.
Jason Takes Manhattan, though, is god tier.
Julius?
Julius? A Werewolf in London. American Werewolf in London.
I love this film. It's awesome. Once again, it's one of my favorite psychedelic movie kind of things, because there was a lot of like ghost people in the movie, and
that dude eating the toast in the kitchen, like half chewed up and shit.
And I remember the first time I watched it, for some reason I thought it was like a comedy slash like.
I think it is. It's made, the dude made Blues Brothers or whatever that movie is. Yeah.
Yeah, like I thought it was going to be heavily on the comedy side, but it's actually quite serious, and it is pretty funny as well. But it's just a movie that I didn't picture it being, and it turned out to be better than I thought it could be.
Best werewolf movie, yeah? You reckon? Surely.
Yes, by far. And it has one of my it is my top favorite wolf transformation.
Yeah. All right, The Fly, 1986.
I haven't. I watched this recently. Actually, it's up here somewhere, and I thought I wouldn't like it, but I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I have it and I watched it, because it just plays on like the idea of like what the thing was. It's like slowly knowing what it is, and it just slowly turns into like the Fly.
Is it Jeff Goldblum, that one?
Yeah.
How's he in the movie? Because I haven't seen it, so.
Oh really? Oh, he's funny in it. Like it's Jeff Goldblum. Like when he's trying to be serious, he's kind of like gives off that quirky vibe.
Yeah.
But he plays the character pretty well, because like the character is very always agitated and always wanted to be like, he always wants to get to the end like the quickest and the best way, and he just plays it off really good. And when he starts to become the Fly and get like all the powers and stuff like that, that's when he started to get cocky and shit, and it just does it really gradually through the movie, and it just pays off to do that.
Alright, number 9, if you will, 9th one, The Thing, 1982.
Like I said before, this
effects.
What?
It's all effects, bro. Like,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because I love going back and watching it, because I'm so used to watching like movies with visual effects and done by the computer, and back then it was all practical effects, and it just looks so nice and just looks like more realistic than when I'm looking at like an animated thing.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be real, and the story is pretty good. I like it, and the ending of it is one of my favorite endings, because you don't really know who the thing is at the end. Like you don't know if it's gone, if it's still there.
Yeah. Alright, we're finishing off with a bang. I know this is your favourite, so go Psycho.
Yes, Psycho is a fantastic movie. It's awesome because you can study it as like a film student, and you can watch it just to be watching it. It's awesome. I recently watched Bates Motel, and I highly recommend, if you're a big fan in Psycho, check out Bates Motel, because it goes into a little bit more in depth with who Norman is, and I yet to see Psycho 2 and the remake of it, which you said is really good, so I really need to check them out and see how that goes. But yeah, Psycho, awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, just go out and watch it.
Yeah, it's so worth it.
Yeah, definitely. So that is a 10 list. It's not in order or anything like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. And if you have a top 10 or a list, just put them in the comments. I would like to hear whatever you want to hear. But yeah, that's it. Do you have any last
just check out the rebuttal, I guess, on my channel, and that's it. That's all from me, man.
I'll put the link in the description so you can just click in and quickly go to the video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time, and let's talk movies.
Dope.